Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with the Pick Dawgz on the pitch in full this time. Jack finally came out of the locker room to join us on the pitch. And as you can see, he is alive. We can confirm now he is alive. Thank you for joining us here, guys. We had a busy Saturday. We have almost equally busy Sunday. 13 games in this long form video, plus four short form videos, all up on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, guys. So check it out. Leave us a comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that like button, guys. We appreciate it a lot. Now, without taking too much time, let's get this show on the road. Since both EPL games are in the short form, we are kicking it off with La Liga. Kirk, we have Bilbao and Valladolid. Bilbao, heavy favorites at home, as they should be, because Valladolid is just not a good team right now. They can't defend. Their form is horrible. They've lost five straight games, conceding what, four, five, 8, 10, 11 goals or something like that. So they look horrible. And this is a great spot for Bilbao.
Yeah, I'll tell you why soccer's tough to cap because we're recording right now during most of the games. I have Gladbach as a survivor pick. They get a red card. They have zero shots on target. 15 minutes later, they have three shots on target, down a man. This is why this game makes absolutely no sense sometimes. So keep pushing Gladbach. Get me through to the next week here. Anyways, this game, as you said it, there's not really too much what needs to be said. Bilbao at home, they should win this game pretty easily. I'm just gonna put Bilbao in under 3.5 to get a little bit better price here at -127. I think they're not gonna lay the whip on Valladolid and make it painful like PSG did to the nice breasts over there. So I think they keep it respectable, 3-0 maximum. So Bilbao under 3.5 for me.
What do you, Jack? What do you like?
Yeah, hard to see anything other than Bilbao here, and they're reflecting that in the odds. They're actually on the longest unbeaten run in any side in the league. That's 15 games. And Valladolid are, funnily enough, the only team in the top five European leagues to not have scored in the first 15 minutes of a game. So that, for me, tells me under.
What about the
Uh,
rest of the 75 minutes?
I don't know. I can't give you that. I can't give you the amount on that, unfortunately. But yeah, as I said, that all just leans towards the under for me. It's a pretty good price. I think this is a game where Bilbao understand that defense is going to win them this game because they can rely on the offense, especially with how poor Valladolid are. So, yeah, under for me.
Well, how much defense do you think Bilbao needs when Valladolid can't score a freaking goal? So I don't know. I'm just going the opposite way. I think it's going to be a goal fest here. I'm taking over 3 goals plus 103. I think Bilbao on their own can get at least 3 goals out of this. I think they should get at least 3 goals to get their form up and to start scoring some goals finally. I mean, I guess I'm going to take a push maybe so Kirk can win his bet, but or I'll take the loss so that both of you can get a winner out of your bet. But I just have a feeling we see at least 3 goals in this game. Whether or not we see more, I guess we'll see. The next game that we have is Real Madrid and Girona. Kirk, Real Madrid putting another beat down on Manchester City. This game, I think it could get very choppy. I think it could potentially be a low scoring game here. What do you like?
Yeah, I like Girona to concede in both halves, which is also another way of saying Real Madrid to score in both halves because it's just Real Madrid right now in their form. They do this every season, and I always think that they're not going to do it. But they start slow, they lose to some teams they shouldn't, and then they turn it on right when they need to. Now they're firing in the Champions League, firing in the league. I think this is an easy win for them. So at the price, not taking it. Madrid to score in both halves is where I want my money here.
Yeah, Girona is just not a good team on the road. Well, they're not a good team, period, I guess. Last season was probably the best season they ever had in their history, and that won't repeat anytime soon. Do I think Real Madrid wins this game? Probably yes. Jack, I am taking a red card in this game at plus
Oh,
330. I think I don't necessarily think it's gonna be for Real Madrid. I think it's more likely it's gonna be for Girona.
Maybe. I mean, this would have been good last weekend after the Bellingham red card because he said a few not nice words to the referee. Go cry about it.
what a
Yeah,
bum.
Real Madrid minus 1.5 here. It's going to be maybe a 2-0, 3-0. I don't see this being like a crazy NFL score kind of game. But I can see Real Madrid winning this one 2-0, no problem. So, yeah, don't mind the both halves, but I think there's a lot more chance they win by 2 or more rather than scoring in both halves.
Getafe and Betis, Jack. Betis actually the underdogs, and I could understand why because Getafe has been playing some exciting football lately. They have been scoring goals. I believe you had that bet with Kirk. Was it last week or the week
Yeah,
before
on the
for
double
Getafe?
chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, too.
Betis on the other side had a midweek game, so there could potentially be a big rest advantage for Getafe here.
Who did we have the bet on?
Getafe, you had,
Girona, Getafe.
yeah,
Oh,
Was it
Girona,
yeah.
not
yeah,
that one?
yeah.
Absolute bomb team.
I
Go
mean, I'll
ahead,
take
Jack.
over from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got Getafe on the money line. I have to take them. They're just looking really good right now. Betis, although on paper they are probably the better team, they have a ton of injuries. They've got one of their best midfielders out in Gio Lo Celso. And now you have to go on the road where they have been playing, no question, their worst football this year. So, yeah, I have to take Getafe at home in this current form, in this current spot. They're also kind of fighting to stay away from relegation. So, a much more bigger game for them here, plus form. Yeah.
Now, as you can see, guys, the books are heavily leaning towards the draw in this one. It's only plus 185. These prices are usually plus 220, plus 230, depending on the game. Plus 185. When you see that, you know the books are leaning towards it, and it might not, I mean, it's still plus money, but it might not be worth taking because the draw is a risky bet. When it comes to soccer, I'm going to take the first half draw, minus 103. I don't know. I think if anything happens in this game, Kirk, it's going to be in the second half.
Yeah.
And I smell a bet coming. I smell a bet coming.
Nah, I'm not betting on this game. This game is basically all feelers for me. Um, there's some people in the comments like to say I bet with stupidity. This is one of the game I have actually no reasoning why I'm betting Batiste. As I like to say, they're free picks for a reason. We do every game so you guys can get some insight. Some of us have more insight on some games than others. For me, it's just a play on the value. I think Batiste on paper is the better team, so maybe they win this. No way I actually bet this though.
What about the next game, Kirk? Sociedad and Legan. Leganes, however you say that correctly. I do apologize if we butcher this Spanish language, Spanish names. But Sociedad minus 186 favorites. Leganes not that good of a team, and Sociedad seems to be getting a grip on their form as they won 4 of their last 5 games.
Jack, they've done it again! Brennan
Well,
Johnson, mate!
Brennan Johnson has he scored again.
Oh my mate, my days! Um, how's that for energy, whoever's watching? Anyways, um, yeah. Brighton up one
Energizer Bunny.
Brighton up 1-0, Arsenal 0-0, Bournemouth 0-0. If it stays this way, I win Survivor Week 1, folks. I win Survivor Week 1 in the Premier League, folks, if it stays like this. So, looking good. I mean, this is a dream spot. This is what you dream of betting. This is the dream spot. Sociedad to nil. Beautiful. 1-0. Beautiful. 2-0. Beautiful. 3-0. Beautiful. I'm going with 2-0. But you can bet all those exact scores. Leganes, Leginis, whatever you want to call them. If they score in this game, I will be absolutely shocked. So I think betting 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 exact score, you're going to win some money. That's what I think. I have 2-0, but I couldn't put all three picks down. I don't think they make it 4. I think they spare Laginis, Lagan, Laganis, whatever you want to call them. There we go. Whatever I have. But the safer pick is Jacks. I'll say that.
Well, there is that option on some books where you can choose a correct score band.
Oh,
So
true.
1-0, 2-0, 3-0, or something like that. And that usually pays out pretty well, especially would be very useful in Sociedad's games. I'm taking Sociedad on the money line, minus 175. It is juiced, but it's a parlay piece at the best. Jack, what do you like?
Yeah, give me, as Kirk says, the safer play here. Give me Sociedad to win to nil. I think if I was to guess, using my experience, I'd say the 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 band, you're probably getting like plus 115, plus
Plus
116,
120.
plus 120. So there you go. I mean, is it likely it's going to be 4-0? I don't know. Is it worth the extra plus 10? Maybe. I guess that's for you guys to decide.
Yeah, there you have it, guys. Off to Serie A. Como and Napoli. Napoli hasn't won any of their last two games, if I'm not mistaken. They are actually on a two-game draw streak. But luckily for them, Inter lost last week to Juventus, actually making that a three-game draw streak. But I think that now that Como got a win last week, I don't think that they can get it twice. I just think they have too many injuries. They're inconsistent. And with that in mind, I'm taking Napoli on the money line in this one. How about you, Kirk?
Yeah. I think it's a tough spot. I think it's another tough game for Napoli. Como at home. Been solid. I think both teams score in this one. It's a solid price. Um, Napoli, they're trending the wrong direction, and then I think next weekend's the game they play Inter. As I'll say, as Goran says or Jack says, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're going to be on a 4-game no no win streak come that game, and then see you later.
Yeah, we shall see, Kirk. There's a bit of a money involved in this one, but I think Napoli wins the title still. I think that they're better than Inter this season. So we'll see how that was going to go. Jack, what do you like?
This is a game that Napoli has to win. These are the games down the stretch where you just have to win. These road games against your teams who are like 15th, 14th in the league. If you want to be a title holder, you want to be champion come the end of the season, you have to win these games. And I think that's what Napoli do.
Now, in the next game, we have Verona and Fiorentina. And Fiorentina has a bit of a trend going on this season. They win a couple of games, then they lose a couple of games. Then they seem to find their way back, get a couple more wins or something like that. And this is exactly what might happen in this game. They lost to Como at home last week, 2-0. Before that, they lost to Inter on the road, 2-1. But they're playing against Verona right now, the team that is just not scoring goals. They haven't scored a goal in any of their last two games. They've scored two in their last five or six, so they're not doing a good job in that attacking end. And I think this is a good opportunity for Fiorentina to get back on the winning track. So I'm going to take Fiorentina on the money line in this one, Jack.
Yeah, same here. Fiorentina money line. They looked a bit more consistent before coming into this week, but despite recent weeks, it's not putting me off of them. Again, they're pushing for that top 4 spot. They're 6th right now. They're 5 off Lazio with a game in hand. So, yeah, I think Fiorentina can come against Verona here and get the win. Whether it's 1-0 or 2-1, I'm not that concerned.
Kirk?
The team that I hate, I'll always bet them on the road at this price just to not even care about this game.
How about the next one, Kirk? Empoli and Atalanta.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Atalanta to nil here. A little bit too juiced. I watched their game against Bruges. Bruges is legit. They got a pretty favorable draw against Villa. I wouldn't be shocked if they honestly come out of that draw or out of that tie and maybe advance, to be honest. Gonna be a close one, but Atlanta, they didn't look as bad as the score said. I think they come out and they just trash Empoli here. So I'm gonna go Atlanta to nil for some more value. I actually do like -1.5 a little bit better now that I think about it than to nil. I could see a 3-1, so I might do a little switcherooski real quick.
Atalanta has not been in great form, but Empoli has been just garbage. They haven't won any of their last 10 games. They have 9 injuries and they have 2 suspended players. So they're missing the entire starting team, 11 players. The depth is a huge problem for this team. I think Atalanta is the only way to go. Now, whether you want to take them on the money line, push it.
Goran.
What?
Bournemouth got a
Bournemouth red card?
red.
I saw it. I saw
Bournemouth
it.
got a red. Here come the
They're still
Wolves.
gonna win.
Woof
They're
woof.
still gonna win.
And Las
And like
Palmas
I said,
1-0. Celta Vigo first week victory.
no. Atalanta on the money line for me, but whether or not you want to push it further than that, I think it's going to be a good bet regardless. Jack, you are also taking Atalanta?
Yeah. Again, if you want to push the envelope here for some extra money, 10 of the last 12 Empoli home games have been level at half time. So if you're thinking Atalanta win this game and you want to try and get plus money, it's plus 350 on the draw half time, Atalanta full time.
The
So
Wolves
I
scored.
guess that's a play.
Why are you laughing again, Kirk? Oh, Wolves scored. Jeez, I knew it.
Money, money,
Uh,
money. Ain't it funny? In a rich
It's
man's
only the
world.
37th minute, buddy. Come on.
I
They need
mean,
to
you
win.
won only one game so far, Kirk, in this Survivor thing.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? The only pick you won so far is Celta Vigo.
You haven't won any yet.
Yeah, because the games haven't
It's
started yet.
Saturday.
You haven't won any.
God. Okay, Cagliari and Juventus next. I'm gonna keep this one short. I'm taking Juventus on the money line. They got knocked out of the Champions League by PSV. They have to show off for their fans. So I'm taking Juventus on the money line. Jack?
Yep, Juve money line. Again, they're down the stretch now. Need to push for that Champions League spot. Getting these wins is what's important.
Turk?
I agree. Juve is the play in this one. No need to speak about it further.
There you have it, guys. Off to Bundesliga. A couple of games. Leipzig and Heidenheim. Heidenheim also got knocked out of Europe, if I'm not
Oh, here
mistaken.
comes Ipswich.
Did they score?
Yep.
There we go. Like I said,
Bochum are beating Wolfsburg. Oh.
Do you have Wolfsburg?
Yeah, in Survivor.
Who does Goran
Actually,
have?
no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have that. I have Leipzig. I took
Yeah.
him out. I had Leipzig.
I have Dortmund.
Yeah, I have Gladbach.
All right. What about this game, Kirk? Leipzig, Heidenheim. We know Heidenheim got knocked out of Europe by Copenhagen. Do you see them doing better, or at least to a certain point better in this game?
No. Heidenheim was on very early in the season, and they've just disappointed me game after game. Leipzig has been very solid at home, defensively as well. I'm going to go Leipzig to nil in this one. I actually really, really like this play.
How do you like it this one, Jack?
Well, I took Leipzig as my Survivor team for Bundesliga, so I liked them a bit more than Wolfsburg, and I'm happy I made the switch. So yeah, in this game, if you want anything that's like good price wise, I think you have to go with Leipzig -1.5. I think they can easily win this game by 2 or more, 2-0, 3-0, something along those lines. I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I'm taking Leipzig to win and over 2.5 goals. We usually see a decent amount of goals in this matchup, and Leipzig, they've beaten them twice the last 2 home games. They are playing in a better form, not great form, but still better than Heidenheim is. And overall, they are the better team, especially at home. So Leipzig and over 2.5 goals for me. The second Bundesliga game is Hoffenheim and Stuttgart. Jack, Hoffenheim has been just garbage. especially defensively. They still have injuries. They're struggling. Uh, I think they got a draw last week or something like that, if I'm not
They won.
mis. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, they won 3-1 against Werder Bremen on the road. But this feels like a letdown spot for them because that's usually what they do this season.
Yeah, I mean, word of Bremen, by the way. How many times have they let us down this season?
Yeah.
So Hoffenheim, just another random win against Werder Bremen, I guess. I have to take them on the double chance at home here. I think Stuttgart on the road, they have been pretty good in terms of form. Like if you go by results, they beat Dortmund on the road. They lost to Mainz, but then beat Slovan Bratislava, beat Augsburg, beat Heidenheim. So they're looking pretty good. I just think Hoffenheim are going to be a bit boosted by that win at Bremen. So I could see them squeezing a draw here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take first half draw plus 156. I think we could see a slow start of a game. I don't think that either side will be too willing to let go, or especially Hoffenheim to attack blindly in the first half, unless they have to chase the result. But I think we might see some goals in the second half, rather than the first half. Kirk.
Yeah, it's a game that could end 3-3 very easily. Two teams that play very similar styles of soccer, attack, attack, attack. And with that being said, I think Hoffenheim can get something out of this game. Stuttgart, they've been kind of all over the place lately. So Hoffenheim or draw and both teams to score plus 141.
Let's move on to the French League One, where we have Nice and Montpellier. Now, Nice, very heavy favorites at home against Montpellier, who are fighting for their survival. They are dead last right now, 18th place, 15 points on a three-game losing streak. They just can't keep the ball out of their net against even the bad teams of the league, I want to say. While these still in the top three, still playing well on the two-game winning streak right now. They beat Le Havre 3-1 on the road last week. I think they should do pretty much the same to Montpellier in this game, Jack.
Yeah, I got Nice as my survivor team. This is just a perfect spot. I think you have to. It doesn't matter what form your team is in. If you're up against this Montpellier side this season, you have to be considered a strong favourite. Not because you're good, just because Montpellier suck. And I don't see, with the way Nice are actually playing, they're kind of like having a very quiet season if you consider actually how high they are up in the league. They're sitting third place, so they're doing very, very good, and it's probably worked out quite nice for Nice. So yeah, I could see them winning this game 2-0, 3-0, maybe a 3-1 if they do concede.
You're in agreement with Jack.
Yeah, I will say I do have them on Survivor as well, and I will say that Nice is a team that I've deeply underestimated this whole season. I've been against them for most of the season, and they're one of the teams that has proved me wrong. And obviously, I admit it because I'm such an honest guy and such a straightforward guy. So I was wrong. Whoever you guys can say I was wrong, and I'll admit I was wrong. So it's hard to be not on Nice in this game. So I'm gonna take the -1.5 as well. Jack, looks like we thought pretty similar in Survivor and this game. So both 1.5, both Survivor. That means we're both probably going home and giving Goran 20
Yeah,
bills.
absolutely. You know it.
Well, who's Goran have? Goran probably has like breast or some weird shit.
Marseille.
Yeah, exactly.
In this game, though, I will take Nice to win 2-0 plus 148. I mean, it's just so hard for Montpellier to score a goal. There was a bit of a period during this season, about a month and a half ago, when they were actually scoring some goals, getting a few decent results. But right now, they're just not good. So I'm taking Nice to win 2-0. Now, Kirk, not your favorite team against Lens at home, however you say it. Who do you have here?
I'm actually not going with a side here. I think Lens, they just really there's just not a lot of goals in their games. Oh, did they just concede again, Jack? What happened?
With Parma beating Arsenal.
West Ham get battered, nowhere they go. West Ham get battered, nowhere they go. All right, looks like 40 beans coming to me if Brighton can hold on. I have West Ham at +1.5 as a premium too, so that's beautiful. Um, Yeah, I mean Arsenal fucking bun cheeks, and we all knew that they have no striker. So, anyways, under 2.5. Lawns just don't have a lot of goals in their games. That's my reasoning. Good price. Jared Bowen has
Yeah.
done it at the Emirates.
Uh,
Oh Lord!
this is gonna be the game where I'm gonna stay away from everything except the cards. I mean, over 4 cards minus 132, and I'm fully aware that I'm risking a push here, but I just don't like anything else. So I'm taking the cards in this one, Jack.
Yeah, I'm going with Lons here. You cannot pay me any money to ride with Nantes, especially after the 7-1 to Monaco last
What a
weekend.
beautiful result for them.
So yeah, I think Lons can do it. Their road form has been pretty good as of recent. So yeah, they've only lost to PSG and Nice, which I completely understand. Other than that, you have to go all the way back to August, the last time they lost on the road. So yeah, fancy their chances here.
Now, the last game of this video, guys, is Strasbourg versus Brest. Brest got battered, as Kirk would say, against PSG for the third time in a row. And it was an embarrassing loss. I mean, that loss came after losing the first leg 3-0, which should have been a lot worse. And then they still conceded 7 goals. They just do not look well right now, especially defensively. While Strasbourg, on the other side, is doing a decent job when it comes to scoring goals and getting some good results as well. So I'm going with both teams to score. As I can see, all of us are. I wonder why none of us decided to push it to over 2.5, Kirk.
I just didn't think about pushing it. I just Brest. I mean, what a stupid team. After 15-2 in under 3 weeks, I hope that they score in this game, and I don't think they keep Strasbourg out. I mean, you know it's bad. You know it's bad when it's 7-0, 7 different goal scorers, and the best player hasn't scored. That's when you know it's bad. Like if Dembele scored all 7, sure, that's fine because he's fucking filthy. Sorry, he's very good. Anyways, the fact that he didn't score is just more embarrassing than Brest. Like how do you let? I don't even know. It's just I hope they score. This is a pity play. I hope they score, but I do think they concede.
Jack?
Yeah, both teams to score. I think I didn't watch the Brest game in the week against PSG, but I would like to think they put out most of their first teams. I think they could be quite tired here, which is actually why I didn't consider the over 2.5. I think this one could be a 1-1, honestly. Strasbourg, they're playing well, they're scoring. So are Brest. They have been all season. So don't like to predict an outcome here. Don't like to predict how many goals there's going to be. I just see both teams scoring.
Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Unfortunately, we did not prepare any parlays for you in this video, but
I could do one.
we'll do it in the next one. Can you? All right, go for it. Maybe I
Uh,
can put one together real quick.
I'm putting one together. Sociedad combo to win 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. First
I don't
leg. Of
think you can put that in a parlay, though.
course you can. You do.
Nah, I wouldn't be sure.
Let's
Do you
see.
have one handy, Jack?
Yeah, you can. You can. It's just a score
Okay.
comp. Then I'm gonna do Hoffenheim and both teams to score on Hoffenheim on the double on BTTS. Let's see. We're at plus 428. Let's add one more game in there. Let's add PSG on the money line to get us to plus 759. I'll repeat it. Hoffenheim on the double chance and both teams to score. Sociedad 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. PSG on the money line plus 759. Let's cash.
Uh, Wait, I need one more pick. I have four, so actually I'll go with the four like parlay. I will take PSG on the money line. I will take over 2.5 goals in Bayern Eintracht game. I will take Leipzig on the money line, and I will take over 2.5 goals in City and Liverpool game. That is plus 330 for a four leg parlay.
All right,
Jack, you
my
got
one.
anything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just built one up quickly. I got 4 home teams in a 5 moneyline parlay. Your 4 home teams are Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Sociedad, and Nice. All 3, or should I say, all 4 home favourites, and then Napoli to win on the road. It's plus 715. I don't mind that price, honestly.
That's a nice parlay booster in the Napoli.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it,
they get the
guys.
job done on the road. So
Yeah. That's it for this video, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We have a busy week as well. No Champions League, but I think that EPL and the other leagues or cups are playing semifinals or whatever. So we'll be doing videos for those. Stay tuned, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.